noise and graphics wars. Hardcore gamers and console wars. Enter name, they ain't the same. It's planes, trains, and video games.
Hey guys, welcome to the premiere episode of Loading. I'm Pocket.
And I'm Diluted.
And we're coming at you straight from Elite Arena in El Paso, Texas, where huge tournaments just went down, and as always, we're here late. But we're here to record, and that's the best thing about it.
That's about it. But today we got some more headlines. Oh, by the way, this is our first official loading show with headlines, our first loaded game of the week, as well as weekend recommendation brought to you by
Pocket again.
That's right. So let's cut the bullshit and just get straight into it.
Let's go headlines.
Big disappointment from one of our new releases. Heavy Rain once again showed us that, unlike its predecessors, CGI rendering is not the real thing. First we had Killzone 2 with what looked to be amazing graphics end up being disappointing. Heavy Rain gave us the same. Now I know what you guys are thinking, these girls should have kept off the crack and maybe kept up a little bit in shape, but hell, from what I've heard, the gameplay on this is pretty good, but the graphics, as always, have led us to wonder, where the hell are we gonna get those CGI renderings? For real.
You've heard about survival of the fittest? Guess what? We lost.
Now, if you're a fan of first-person shooters, or Russians for that matter, be on the lookout for Metro 2033. Besides sharing the same name as my DJ, Metro 2033 is based on Dmitry Glukovsky's oh my fucking A. It's based on a book by this guy. Now, a video game based on a book, wow, that should be pretty interesting, considering that in this game, your best ammunition is also your currency. So, really, you'll be left with one of two options. A, should I save my ammo and blast the shit out of the next boss that comes in my face? No homo? Or are you gonna buy the last good copy of Miley Cyrus's last album? Decisions. До свидания, камрад.
Great news for all you Wii fanatics out there. We just got news that Capcom is planning on releasing Mega Man 10 on the WiiWare first. Now, a couple of new additions to this great old new school title, I guess you can call it, is that not only will you be able to play as Proto Man, yes, Mega Man's brother, but also you're going to get to fight against 8 new robots and a new style of gameplay known as Easy Mode. So if you guys are the kind of guys that always bitched about how hard Mega Man was, this time around you'll actually be able to pass it.
Now, good news for all the Nintendo fanboys out there. Mario Galaxy 2, as well as Metroid Prime, other M, will be coming out this summer, which is just in time for that summer vacation, meaning you're not going out at all, or getting laid. But regardless, it's Mario and Metroid. Totally worth it, right? Okay, I might be exaggerating, because the only thing that you're going to be riding is Yoshi, while also lusting after the chest-heavy version of Samus. Where the hell was she in Smash Brothers?
Another tidbit coming from X10 was that of The Secret World, the MMORPG that took trailers by storm last year by showing us amazingly photorealistic CGI. Xbox went ahead and laid down that it will be available for both the Xbox and the PC, having everybody think, will this be a contender for WoW? Will nerds everywhere rejoice around the Xbox 360? Or will it be another failed attempt just like Final Fantasy XI?
Sin and Punishment 2, the sequel to Nintendo 64's Sin and Punishment, is finally coming out for the Nintendo Wii.
What the hell is Sin and Punishment?
Okay, let's recap. Sin and Punishment was a rail shooter where you kick, flip, do shit, and make sure you don't get hit and kill the person in front of you before they kill you type of thing, and then all this other stuff. And yeah, you get points for not actually hitting all this other stuff. And now that we're caught up, Sin and Punishment 2 finally headed to the Wii, and it's got people like me looking at it like, this looks pretty sick. The only gripe I have with this game is that the main character looks like Macaulay Culkin.
This week's
Loaded Game.
Having a chance to play Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, the Japanese version, myself and Diluted thought we're more than willing to try out this game.
The anticipation was deadly. It was like waiting for the first time you're gonna penetrate, but without the penetration and or relief of ejaculation.
Well, A game that gives you pretty much anime characters from Tatsunoko Company, and Capcom, well, it can't really have a story. It's pretty much your average fighting beat-em-up games from different galaxies because they're awesome and cool.
Regardless whether there's no story or not, the game's worth beating multiple times just to get everybody's ending stories-ish. Yeah, all that shit. Because that's basically what you're playing for, just to see what happens at the end. And yes, they actually have cool little cutscenes, all drawn by Udon, one of my favorite artists. Fuck y'all, you know what I mean.
For a fighting game, I can honestly say the Wii finally found its premier fighting game. Now, I know you Brawl fanboys out there are going to hate me for this, but honestly, there's no better way to play this than with the nunchuck and just letting yourself go. With easy controls, fun gameplay, this game, anybody can pick up. You can play using the original classic controller, or the Wii's version of the arcade stick, also from Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. So, pretty much if you're from your casual fighting game guy to your hardcore who makes your own controllers, trust me, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is one game you need in your Wii library.
After that long spiel, I don't know what else there is to say about gameplay, so I just say ditto.
Flashy. The one word used to describe this game. There's so many things going on at one point or another using all of your super combos and your attacks that you pretty much get lost to know where the hell it is that your character actually is. But that's not a bad thing. They do go ahead and give you flashy moves, but at the same time, it's crispy enough as for you to tell what's actually going on and on what part of the screen you are. Other than this, coming from a low-end console like the Wii is as far as graphics is concerned, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is a beautiful looking game.
Now, I don't know what you're talking about when you say really flashy and get lost. I've never once gotten lost with my characters. Sir, you have A, bad eyesight, or B, a bad TV, and I'm going with eyesight because your TV is awesome. Regardless, yes, it's awesome graphics, and yeah, it is a gorgeous... And what do you mean by low fucking end? That's a... Fuck you. Awesome graphics.
Coming from somebody who tends to shit on the Wii more often than I get to say good things about it, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom pretty much shut me the fuck up. This game is great, it is a must-have for the Wii, and at its price, it can't be beat for most of the fighting games out there. Yes, Super Street Fighter 4 is coming out, but for right now, the king in gaming, I'm sorry to say this, but for me, it's Tatsunoko vs. Capcom.
Even though I'm not big into fighting games, I gotta say this is the only other game besides Smash Brothers, yes, Smash Brothers, I said it, that I could actually pick up and enjoy right away with a friend and continue to enjoy regardless if I lose multiple times. It's such a fun fucking game. So is this game full of fail or full of win? In our opinion, it's full of win. Christopher Lambert is the shit.
Who the fuck is Christopher Lambert?
Raiden! He's fucking this. That's God right there, man. Fuck Liu Kang.
Why is he hitting Chinese people?
Because he's white.
Alright guys, and for this week's weekend recommendation, for only 80 Microsoft points, you are able to purchase a great shoot 'em up game. This is called Shoot 1 Up, oddly enough. Now the basis of this game is a little bit different. Instead of getting lives, you get ships. Every 1-up you get is a ship included to your arsenal. You can have up to 30 of these bad boys, and trust me, the action just gets insane. Especially when you get to fight against that lady with the metal boobs who shoots at you. Only to feel satisfied that you're shooting at her back. And guys, for 80 MS points, or roughly $1, this is a great pickup for the weekend, which you can enjoy with your friends. And I mean, come on, who doesn't enjoy double teaming on women's breasts on the weekend?
And that's it from this week's premiere episode of Loading. Stay tuned next week because we're going to be having a few special guests, a chef as well as a guitarist. And if you'd like to contact us to maybe get a guest spot on the show, contact us at
YouTube account up here, or follow us on Twitter on our accounts.
Exactly. So stay tuned. We're going to have some new reviews. Loaded again. We're going to have some new segments coming up pretty soon as well. And probably some eye candy later. So we'll see you guys on the next show.
Peace.